right, welcome to our yoga session today. We're just going to do about 30 minutes. So go ahead and come onto your mat. We're going to come into a child's pose and just start stretching your back. So with your knees bent, your hips to your heels, knees nice and wide, and just stretch nice and long here, pressing your chest towards the floor. Nice long breaths in and out here. You're going to take your back arm through to stretch into the outside of your shoulder. Stretch long through your fingertips. We breathe in the nose here, and then as you exhale, you just kind of relax on the outside of your shoulder. Up and just switch. Take the other arm through. Feel that stretch from your back around the top of your shoulder down your arm. Take both arms forward again. Let's tent your fingertips so your palms are off the ground, your chest is pressing down. Just feel those shoulder blades hug onto your back. Let's walk our hands over to the side. Just one side, and you'll stretch into your ribs. So I'm going to your right side here. Stretching into the left ribs here. You're going to push your left hip back, reach long through your left hand, and then switch to the other side. Breathing into your right ribs here. You want to draw your underarm down towards the ground. Come right back to center. Fingertips spread wide, arms plug in, just press down through your chest. We'll draw the belly in. Let's roll up slowly. Bring your knees right under your hips, coming into a table pose. We're going to just move in cat and cow, extend and flex the spine. Push the ribs over to the right and the left. So we're stretching those big muscles on the back and your glutes, getting some range of motion here. And then go ahead and tuck your right toes. Your foot goes back, your toes are on the ground. You're just going to go forward and back, stretching into your calf. You're going to push into the pinky toe side of your foot and then the big toe side of your foot. Just rolling, stretching the sole of the foot. And then lift that leg up. And then let's take the left arm forward. So right leg up, left arm forward. Nice big breath in here. And then bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Let's switch. Left foot back. Roll on the ball of the foot. Pinky side, big toe side. Lift the leg, and then you're going to lift your right arm. So you're stretching from heel to fingertips, feeling the belly wake up, feeling those back muscles wake up, and then come back. Let's go ahead and bring the first leg up. We're going to breathe in, lift the arm and leg. Exhale, bring everything down. We're just going to keep switching here. Breathe in, breathe out. And then from here, go ahead and tuck your toes, come into downward dog, take your time here. Just start to pedal out your feet, stretching into the body, Your hips are up nice and high, your chest is pressing towards the legs. And as you press your heels down, you're stretching into those calves, getting a little bit more space. Let's bring your feet as wide as your mat here. You're going to take one hand to your opposite leg. So a little twist here, looking under. You can bring your hand to your leg, your knee, or all the way down to your ankle, and then twist open underneath your underarm. And then let's switch. Take your hand and then stretch all the way down, turning your chest under the arm. Bring the hands back. And then we're going to walk our hands to our feet, keeping the feet wide. So you're in a nice, wide, standing position. Come onto a forward fold and just turn the head to say yes and no. Just hold on to opposite elbows. You should start to feel the stretch in the outside of the legs here. Soft bend in the knees as much as you need. Take a deep breath in and out, just letting the torso feel long and heavy. Letting the head relax, your arms are kind of falling out of the torso here. We're going to bend the knees and roll up really, really slowly. Your belly is pulled in and you're stretching into the back as you come up. Very good. All right, now turn and face me. Take the arms overhead. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me. Interlace your fingers. First finger is pointed. We're going to take it over to the side. Belly pulls in. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, go to the side. Just do that a few times. You're feeling strength, you're waking up your belly, you're feeling a nice little stretch on the outside of your hip. And then come up to the center, take your hands behind you, interlace. Now face the side of your face long ways on your mat. Little back bend here, chest lifts. And then soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Hands come down towards the mat. Little bend in the knees. Now let's walk out to a plank pose. Breathe in. And on your exhale, go ahead and come all the way down to your belly. Stretch your toes back. Let's lift your chest. Warming up the back here. You're lifting only as much as feels good. You're stretching back through the toes and then breathe out. Let's do that a few times. Coming up a little higher each time if it feels good. You want to feel the edge of that resistance. And then as you can, you push into it a little bit, increasing that intensity. One more time. Nice big breath in. And then release down. Reach back for your right foot. So with your right hand, your right foot, let's bring the foot towards your backside, stretching into the quad. If that doesn't work, you can use a hand towel, or if you've got like a yoga strap, you would use that here. So if you've got a towel, that's what you're going to use, or you can even grab an old tie that you don't particularly like, yours or not, and then bring your foot to your backside like this. So whatever works here. And then we're going to switch. Just bring the other foot to your backside, stretching into the quad. Big muscles there that might be feeling sore or tight depending on what you've done. And then release. Press up and back to your child's pose, lengthening your low back. Roll up through a table pose. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Now walk your feet to your hands now. So you come to the top of your mat. Lengthening your spine, softening your knees. Again, turn your head to say yes and no. We're going to come all the way up, little back bend at the top. And exhale, let's forward fold. Lengthening your spine, bending right at the hip creases. Hands come down. Step your right foot back. And let's keep your toes tucked, or go ahead and release the heel down. Whatever your comfort, you're going to come up into a warrior one or a high lunge. So your hips are facing that direction. Bend into the front knee. And then take the hands behind, interlace, opening up your chest. Now come on down. Go ahead and release your heel here. I want you to heel toe your foot so that now your toes are facing forward. These toes are directly to the side. We come into a side angle, back arm over the ear. Breathe into the body. Nice stretch from the outside of your foot all the way up through the ribs and fingertips. Let's take the hand behind you. Back of your hand comes to your low back. Draw your shoulder back, maybe look up. Deep breath in. Good breath out. Now straighten your front leg, coming into a triangle pose. Hand might come to the shin. Remember, you want to keep your shoulder right over your front leg and then take the arm up. If you feel good in your balance, you want to look up, lengthening. Feel the space across your chest and then down both legs. We're going to bring our hands down, frame our foot, bend into that front knee, and let's tuck our back toes. We go back into downward dog, hips high. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes, whatever you're feeling today. And then lift your chest. And release. Press up and back, downward dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Breathe out when you get there. Little bend in the knees. Let's rise all the way up, stretching that back body. And then here we go right back down. Breathe out. Give yourself some space. Take your left foot back. And then get ready. Either coming up into a high lunge with your toes tucked or that heel comes down. Let's rise. Arms overhead. Sinking into the hip. Draw those shoulders down. Let's take the hands behind again. Drawing your shoulders back. Now I'm going to face away from you on the next one, just so that you can see the back side of the pose. Bring your hand, your elbow to your knee, and the heel toe, just kind of facing now away. Take the arm overhead. Side angle. And then we'll wrap our hand behind your low back and your back of your hand come. That way you can draw your shoulder back, opening your chest. Now come into your triangle pose. Take your time. Hand to the leg, top arm lifts. Your shoulders are right over the front leg. Lifting up through your kneecap. Belly button pulls in. We'll bring our hands down, frame the foot, and step back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, let's lower. Really important here to connect with the breath. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Elbows are in nice and close, like a tricep push-up here. Giving yourself lots of space. As you connect to the breath, you find more space in the front body. As you exhale, you release all the tension in the back body. One more time here. Making the transition part of your practice. Meaning the space between pose to pose. So here we're in Cobra, and then we're all the way down here on our belly. Let's press up to a table pose again. And now just like we did for the first lift of your front leg, draw your belly in, then we're going to combine that with a little stretch, a little balance here. So take your arm, opposite arm reaches long. You can stay here, or you can reach back for your foot. Keep the belly pulled in, and if you're feeling really strong here, press the foot into the hand, strengthening your back body. Bring the hand and the knee down, and let's just come to neutral here in child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, stretching into your hips. If the breath started to get quick, I want you to slow it down here. Deep breath in, complete breath out. And roll up slowly. Let's try the other side. So the back leg lifts, front arm lifts. You feel the belly pull in. Roll that lifted hip down so that we're not lifted. The hips aren't stacked. But you got a nice squared hip toward the floor, and then maybe reach back for your foot if it's possible for you today. If not, you can just kind of do this number. take the arm out to the side, bend the knee as much as feels good. I will say as you lift that heel, you're gonna feel some intensity in your back. And then when you're ready, bring the hand and the knee down, take your time, and go to child's pose. Let's come up slowly, going back into your down dog. Exhale as your hips go up, your spine lengthens, and then walk your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Come up halfway, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soft bend in the knees, rise all the way up. Little back bend. And exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment here, just close your eyes, feeling both feet pressed down, top of the head lifting. Inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, let's bring the hands all the way down. Step your left foot back. High lunge or warrior one. Tucking the toes where the foot comes all the way down. Rise up, big breath. And then bring your hands to your heart. We're gonna twist. So if your toes are tucked here, it might be a little easier, or if your foot's down and that's better for your foot, that's fine. But your front elbow comes to your front knee, and then you twist from just below the belly button. If you tuck your back toes here, it's gonna help rotate your hips. And then here we're twisting from the very low part of your belly, strengthening those muscles around your spine. Now bring your hand down way outside of your mat. Give yourself lots of space, opening up for a twist. Stretching back through that heel, sinking into the hips. You're feeling a good stretch. Let's bring both hands down inside the foot. Lower your back knee. Turn these front toes out. We're getting lots of hip space here. So I'm going to turn towards you. Knee down. Here we go. And then just little movement side to side. You're going to feel a good stretch in those large muscles in the hips. You'll want to lower this shoulder for a little more intensity. Feel that stretch. You can put your hands on blocks here or your forearms on blocks. If you want to come lower, wherever you come, when you do lower here, I just don't want you to round into your upper back. So I like to just stay up nice and tall, unless I have some blocks, but I didn't bring them over. And then let's sit back, straighten your front leg, reaching your heart to your toes. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg here. Take your hands outside the leg. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, bringing yourself to hands and knees, and then lift your hips, downward dog. Pedal the feet. Just turning your chest side to side. Now walking your feet to the top of your mat, breathe out. Sweep the arms up, big breath, and then sweep all the way down. Breathe out. Hands to the mat, step back to downward dog. Inhaling, come forward to a plank, shoulders over wrists. Lower the knees, exhale all the way down. Stretch your toes back, lift your chest. And exhale back to downward dog. Breathe out, press your chest towards the legs, arms are hugging to your ears. We step forward into your forward fold. There's no rush, take your time. When you get to your forward fold, you breathe out. Take a long breath out of the mouth, just relaxing any tension, allowing yourself to slow down. That nice stillness, that ability to take some time, allows the body to unwind, restoring itself. Let's bring the arms down, roll up slowly, take the arms overhead, we breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, hips back. Now this time, take your right foot back. either high lunge or that warrior one. Arms rise, arms hug towards the ears. Your core is strong here. Now hands to the heart, and then let's twist. Your elbow comes to your knee. Maybe you'll tuck your back toes so you can lower that hip, drawing your shoulders back. Then you'll take your bottom hand way outside your mat. Give yourself lots of space from your hand to your foot, and then take the arm up. Draw the shoulders towards each other, opening your chest, strengthening your back body. Now your low back knee comes down, hands inside your foot, and you'll turn your toes to the side. So we got other leg in front of us now. Sinking and stretching into those hips. This helps increase your range of motion. So during the rest of your week, you're getting some strength, you're getting movement. This is helping to make sure that you keep range of motion. Take your time here. Feel free to lower your elbow and your shoulder down inside this leg a little bit, increasing that intensity. You'll feel it here, probably outside of your hip, or maybe even come on down to your forearms. This is a nice big breath in and out. Stretching into the hips, body nice and warm. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and sit back, straighten the leg. Feel some stretch in your low back, your hamstring, taking your hands right and left here. As you're doing this, I want you to feel your torso lengthening up and out of your hips. We're just going to go ahead and come and have a seat. So bend that front knee, go ahead and come to sitting. Crossing the ankles, however is comfortable for you. Now while you're here, it's not really comfortable to sit. If you feel like you're like this and your back is rounded and you kind of don't have any space, I want you to get a little block or something. A pillow works too. So you can have a block and you can sit up on it. Couple of pillows works too, and as you do that, you tilt your pelvis forward, you sit up tall, and your legs are really low. So if that works for you and gives you some low back space, that's what I want you to do. Just take your time here and sit up tall. Draw your shoulders back, lifting up through the chest, top of the head. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then bring your hand next to you on the right. Left arm up and over, and we're anchoring down through your left side. Reach up nice and long. Exhale, hand comes down, arch to the side. Bowing into your ribs, drawing your shoulder down. And then come up, breathe in. And then exhale, hands down. If you're on that block, you might have lots of space here. Tuck your chin in and just reach as long as feels good. Feel free to just go right and left here. Just spending a little time stretching gently into your hips. So it's stretching the outside of your hip here, and then probably some low back. Back to the center. And then roll up really slowly. Let's take your left hand behind you, hold on to your wrist, draw it over to the side, and then you're going to take the top of your head over to the right. So it's going to stretch into the left side of your neck. You can press your forearm of this arm, press it into your back, and gently draw your shoulder back to it. It's a little energetic. I wouldn't be able to see the movement, but you'll feel that little bit of intensity. And then let's switch, holding onto your right wrist, bring it over, and then top of the head tilts, stretching into the neck. And just find a good place for the chin. Maybe it comes down, it feels good, you lift it up. Just find that space for you, your ear to your shoulder, and then you're stretching, releasing without force. I just want your head to tilt, and just breathe in and out. And then release. Go ahead and rest your hands here. Bring your chin to your chest. Breathing into the back of the neck, deep breath in. Good breath out. And then just take a moment sitting up tall. Top of the head lifting, closing the eyes. Just be still here in your body. Feel the breath come in the nose. Allow the breath to go out. One more time, nice deep breath in. Full breath out. Allow your palms to face up, and then bring your palms together right at your heart. Acknowledging all the goodness inside of you, all the patience you've had for yourself to practice this short practice today. Take a deep breath in. Thank your body, thank yourself. Breathe out, relax the face. Let's have all that patience with everyone you might come into contact with today. Namaste. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.